I need more money to go to there. So let's go back to the contracts tab. And Malachite, right? This one's the initial contract they gave us. It's sort of like progressing the story kind of thing. And I need to come up with this. Obviously, didn't do it in 50 days, but I have the microcircuits. What I don't have is a titanium. So I could get these guys down on the landing pad at least. We could slowly start chipping away at this. I think that'd probably be a good idea. So I'm just going to grab, yeah, a regular orbiter here can satisfy the entire order. So I'm just going to drop that down. It'll take up one of our landing pads. That's fine. I was actually kind of hoping it wouldn't do that one, but okay, it's cool. We might actually get by with a fourth here too. Just as a near-term thing. I think maybe I'll put it over here. Yeah, it's fine. We have 250 fuel. So any contract that does that's great. The repeater research is now done again too. And then I don't know what I was doing before on research-wise. I could maybe do smelting, rolling upgrades, maybe. Nah. The component factory upgrade is almost done, 1.8. Okay, I think... Let's see, engineering. I mean, there's not really a whole lot left to do unless I get down into high-tech factories and Mark IV belts. I think that. So we'll go into the assembler. It's fine. Okay, so the repeater. We can maybe look to make that too. Let's go repeater. And we do not have the CPU for that. No, we do not. Okay, there won't be any repeater today, but extraction is still something I'm interested in here. So let's just get the extractor. And I think it was next to each other this way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're going to put one here, and then another one can fit here. And then 20,000 for the belt, I think is enough to reach this belt. Yes, 16,000 there, and then we can put another one here and just connect it up like that. And then for 2872, we need another contract. So let's see what else we can sell here. There's 121 components was decent. This is a good amount of fuel. I think we can definitely satisfy that in 16 days. So let's go ahead and do that. That gets us to almost half. So we're going to need one of these. Yep, one of these. And then we can have one of these for the remainder. That gets us to the full order. Yeah, 2880 to spare. Nice. And I think I'll go ahead and put the landing pads all as a top priority just so they always kind of focus on that for a little while. We are going to want the flight control center. That's going to be way better. And our botanist has returned, so let's get her back over here. Now, it said we can use this as a source of food in the future. So it looks like we can just simply pick up food over here kind of whenever we want. That seems interesting. We have to bring stuff here. The mining site is interesting too. It decided to send engineers to search for survivors and drones to collect resources. I like this. And since we're pretty firm on food now, I think we should probably go and look at doing this. So send 3 robots and 2 components, as well as 3 people. So if I take a look at that, we're going to go, let's not have them return to base automatically in case there's something else that needed to pick up. So we need to send at least people with a 3 in these skill sets. So we'll send Dorothy Evans. We can send Frank Martin. And let's send William Davis. All right, we'll send those guys on the next mission over to the mining site. See if we can uncover any survivors. I do have capacity for more survivors. I've got 12 beds and 9 colonists. Perhaps we add more beds just in case. So let's add 3 more beds there. We can now enhance our components production, which we have no reason to do at the moment because titanium is not coming in enough abundance. That's why I'm adding the titanium over here. We want to have these connected. Let's do this. This one's the furthest one away. So we're going to say probably here. Can you connect there? Good. And then you should be able to run this way to that point. There we go. And then you should be able to run all the way. Ooh, not going to be able to connect, I don't think. That's close. Can I connect you? No, it wasn't close at all, was it? Put it right. I kind of want to put it right there, but it might be in the way. I don't want it to be in the way. I might have to move it later, but we'll just stick it right there and then connect it to here. Okay. And then let's get that upgraded here, here, here. Have those be high priorities too. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter too much because they're going to have to build these anyway. But yeah, we're all connected to power there. And then we'll have that titanium into this. I mean, we have a huge capacity. I mean, just look at the belt. We have so much capacity to add here. So I definitely want to have, just get that titanium running. Same thing over here. Let's get the extractors on this. And I think it was lined up this way, right? So like that, yeah. And then we can bring you down. I'm just going to stick it right into here, I think. Yep. And then I can just have you go straight from here. That's fine. Although I can save, right? You can save money if you just do it like this. Just a little bit smarter. And then you do that right there. It's less cost. And then we want to have that be upgraded so that it doesn't stop or slow down. And I think once those extractors are hooked up to this belt, we might be good to having this belt here be Mark II. We might be at the Mark II point for this belt at that point. Let's see what else we got going on here. So solar panel upgrade is going to take a long time, but this is what's necessary to get us to the large panels. Assembler, it's a pretty big one too. I think I don't know if we'll have the assembler. I'm going to put the assembler ahead of this just so I can siphon that green energy off for now. And then we're kind of good there. If I have anything left from that point, I guess we'll go sociology lab, right? Yeah. Honestly, the sociology lab probably should be first. I don't have that lab left set up. And maybe that's the next thing I start building is this big, wide open area that we have here, right? I mean, we got some titanium here, but this is a big, wide open area that I'm going to have as my factory. So, and there's nothing here. We checked it like 400 times. There's nothing here. So we're just going to open this up like that. And just checking the belts really quick. I definitely have more capacity here. This is all stopping, so I can upgrade this belt to 2. And it's not stopping anymore, but I am going to add this iron to the mix too, I think. Depends on how our iron is doing. This is backed up again. Whoa, really? Okay, I can process more. I can process more. So add that furnace that we added space for. Yep, and then go there with it. Okay. And then I think we need even more. I mean, iron furnaces. I've been debating on this. I've been going back and forth with this. Like, I don't necessarily like how this is. I've been really strongly considering changing where this is processed and just sending the regolith, you know, like maybe over here instead kind of thing, and then sending it where it needs to be. We're working with it over here, so I thought, okay, maybe I send the regolith all the way out this way and process it over here. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter where I set this up, as long as there's room for it. And if the resources need to be over here, one belt's gonna send something. It doesn't have to be the regolith. It doesn't have to be the oxide. It can be the iron. So I know I'm kind of back and forth on where these are. I don't necessarily like them anymore as far as their location. The iron processing, it probably should be over here somewhere. So I might move it anyway. I know I upgraded this one, and this one. This one's a level 2. I don't know why I did that. That must have been that's an accident. Yeah, that's an accident. I did not mean to do that. But either way, like, this is it's not great. So I'm hoping that this hoping to come up with a better solution to that, I guess. Is what I'm saying. Did we already get that contract set? Yeah, this is the only one we're working on now. Okay, so who's next? We got that's on the moon. Let's not do that just yet. Only rockets. This is doable, isn't it? Yeah, this is very doable. 10 days, 121,000. Sign me up. Yep, with the regular old orbiter too. Perfect. Go. What else we got? Let's see. This one's not bad. I just don't have the titanium because I'm using it all. Malachite wants titanium. Let's hold off on titanium. Unless it's the plate. I could rock with that. The cosmonaut training is the one we were looking at before. I think our existing contract. This is 52 days though. Yeah, we can accept this. So we'll accept this from FASM. Yep, that's good too. Okay. So a couple of contracts coming down. We can feel pretty good about. Oh, hang on. The ruined station on the moon looks like as if it has always been there. Only the deep crater, absent from any maps, serves as a reminder of the catastrophe. Oh, it finally made it? We finally made it to the meteorite crash site. It took forever. Yeah, that's where our little rover dude was. He's on the exact opposite side of the moon. The structure is massive. The rover struggles to capture it with its cameras. The metal is severely deformed, and the framework has been twisted by the explosion's shockwave. The airlock has sealed the entrance. Without specialized equipment, there's no way inside. The rover has found hope, but it can't reach the onboard computer. An expedition needs to be organized to examine the black box. Okay, let's take a look really quick. So on the opposite side of the moon, we have some stuff we can do. And we can pick up a modular frame and components and some carbon fiber. We'll need to send a scientist at level 5 and a level 4 engineer in order to make that happen. Honestly, what I need, I think more than anything right now, is more vehicles. More than anything at this point. I think I'd like to have like 5 trucks, three rovers. Let's go and check out. I mean, while we're over here, I might as well check this stuff out, right? So let's start with a repair facility. It's not like we can get any further away from our base, so it doesn't really matter which one we go for. But we can definitely organize that. The mining site. Engineers reached the depths of the mine and found 5 bodies. Seems they died shortly after the rover first encountered this mine. We couldn't do anything. Drones collected the remaining surface resources, but an attempt to dismantle the mining equipment led to a collapse. Fortunately, only 1 drone was damaged. Okay, 60 for 90 days. It seems the rescue operation was doomed from the start. It's a shame it turned out this way. Mining site. So drones have discovered a resource storage filled with rare earth minerals. You can prepare them for shipment to our base, but this is very risky operation. The mine's ceilings look severely damaged. What do you say, Director? We can have rare earth minerals another way. I don't want to lose that drone. I don't really want to lose the drone. It's like 45,000, but like, I don't know, the rare earths might be worth more than that depending on how much it is. It says it's storage filled with it, so whatever. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fine. Send the drones. Go get it. The drones worked carefully and did not cause a collapse. The minerals from the storage were collected without loss. 1 task less. Good. 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 See? Sometimes risks are good. So this is coming back. But we can also pick these up. I wonder if we can we just pick them up now? On our way back? I mean, we can just fill this, right? Yeah, just fill this up and then come back home. Nope. Hang on. Yeah, right here. Just pick this up and then come back home. You're already there, so just go get it. Yeah, you got people on board, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. The cargo bay is not even remotely close to full. Yeah, bring all that stuff back with you. It's good. Okay, there's a bunch of money. Now we're at 150K. I'm not sure we need that belt to be level 2 yet, but I eventually will, I think, so probably should just do it and get it over with. Rip it off like a band-aid kind of thing. We'll go right next to the belt there, and then over on this side we need to get closer to this, so we'll say there. Yep. And then we'll go just a little bit further there, and then you can't reach, but you will be able to reach from here. So we'll just say this, then 1 and 2. Cool. Let's get those upgraded to higher priority, and we can get even more titanium into the system. That's the biggest thing now, is titanium's a bottleneck. So we definitely want that flowing through. if we add that much titanium to the system, I might need to upgrade this belt to tier 2 just to let that flow through. It might be required. Also, this is required. Where are we gonna connect with you? I guess we come this way with it, right? I can put that there, I guess. Connect to you there. We may have more iron to process, so I'll have to keep going this way if that happens. I just don't have the room for it, but I think probably the exits for the iron here are going to need to be rerouted to go this direction instead, and then underneath this machine and meet up here. That way this belt's not in the way for the other multi-regolith refinery to get kicked in here, which this is filling up, which is awesome because we have the money now to go boom and boom. And then we also have to, at that point, go boom and boom. Oh boy. And then at that point, we're probably good to upgrade this one and this one. And then these as well. Now, obviously, they don't need it yet, but I've spent the money now, so I don't have to think about it later. And all I got to do is just keep adding regolith to the main belt. Just find extraction points and just shove it in there, right? There's more iron here, but I'd rather focus the energy I've got, the parts I've got, the CPU that I have on getting additional titanium extraction. And so I'm going to upgrade one of those, and let's upgrade, I think, one of these too. I want more titanium into the system. And let's see, silicon, are we good there? Let's see. This is all very full, so we can definitely do some more upgrades here. Let's say we'll upgrade you and you. I want to keep my CPU under control, so we're just going to upgrade the existing machines we have instead of adding more. I can't do that with smart concrete, at least not yet. Smart concrete would be right here. We'll just get that factory upgrade on the schedule too. You're still... What contract are you? You the Malachite one? The Malachite one's done, actually. Nice. So just cosmonaut training then, and it's got 43 days. Beautiful.
Package delivered.
Oh my gosh, everybody's coming back. Boom. Everybody's coming back. All those people coming back. It's a shame we weren't able to like rescue those guys, but I guess it is what it is. Steel here. Yeah, I guess I will leave them here. I just don't like them here.
We've been approached for help by Universe. A recent hurricane swept through the Gulf of Mexico, leaving many people homeless. We can provide resources for the recovery efforts.
That seems like a noble cause. Yeah, urgent contracts. Cool. So 1,000 concrete, which I don't have yet, but we can get there. And a lot of steel as well. We get a bonus if we deliver all of it in 60 days. And like, yeah, that's hurricane effort, man. Totally got to help that, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Now, to get that concrete faster, I can actually go ahead and open this up. Yeah, I should probably do that anyway, right? There we go. Let's go ahead and make that tier 2 as well. I might be able to just... I think I should upgrade this belt. Yeah. That belt needs upgraded.
We know what you did at our mining site. You trespassed on private territory and stole resources.
How do you know about
We saw
this?
the medic and know you wanted to help our people.
Uh-huh.
However, you didn't even bother to inform us.
Uh-huh.
This time we have issued a fine for the stolen equipment. But next time, expect a lawsuit.
What kind of fine are we talking about here? I had 48,000, I think. When they called, I expected a worse outcome. We were lucky. Tell that to the miners. Yeah, well, oh my God, they took 40 grand. Yikes. Okay, well, I guess I'm not upgrading this belt anymore. 40 grand. Wow. Okay. Well, you know, I don't know if that was worth stealing it from them, but all right. All right. Universe, we definitely want to help these guys, right? So, as far as the smart concrete goes, we're definitely pushing enough of this resource out that way. When this fills up, yeah, when this fills up, I mean, I don't know if it will anymore, though, because this is fast enough, I think. Yeah, we need more machines. I've already upgraded them to level 1, so I think another smelter is needed here. So we'll add the fourth smelter, which I don't have CPU to do. Wow, never mind. We won't do that. Okay, cool. Down to 6,400. I guess the relief efforts are gonna, you know, need to happen here. Let's bring them down to the surface so we can start loading up stuff, because we have that 57-day timer, right? So definitely want to change to Courier X and send cargo pod. I mean, I can't anymore, right? Because I guess it'll let me go into some serious debt. it'll just let me do that. Okay. That fine was crazy. Yeah, we need that cosmonaut stuff done. And I don't have any money to make more belts, and I don't have the money to upgrade this, so it's just gonna have to wait. 2 components. Now maybe not completely have to wait. Is there a place we can pick up components? Like a green one that is like waiting for me to go get it? Not this one. Well, actually, yes, this is the one. I thought this was this, but no, this is different. This is definitely where we want to go. So let's go get that stuff and bring it back. And probably what I could have done, I had people, so I didn't do it, but like people were in the truck. What I probably could have done though is, you know, went and got that stuff while they were still already down there. But it's fine. It's all right. Not enough resources for repair. Yeah, that's still a thing. Yeah, this is all backed up now. So I definitely want to upgrade this belt. I just don't have the money to do it anymore because of that stupid fine. I don't know how they found out. How would they know? Come on now. Security cameras, maybe. Perhaps there were some security cameras. It's almost nighttime and we are only 48% charge. It's a bit concerning, isn't it? These things are really requiring a lot of power, and the component cost is severe at this point. Like, components are very expensive for me right now. Kind of wish we would get those loaded into the landing platform and be done with it, but because I need this money. I need this money badly. I'm kind of stalled now, aren't I? I'm stuck. Tell you what I can do. I can just let it play. Just play it as it lies. And bring you back for the next one. Yeah. I have a lot of titanium plates I could probably sell too if I was to isolate this to contracts that involve plates. I'm not able to do any of here we go. Ooh. 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 We're going to go into some serious debt to do this. Like, that's a lot of money. But if we complete the contract, then we have no problems with our budget anymore. You know? So, bring them down. Here we go. This is why we need the flight control center. Because it loads things way faster and I don't need the drones to do it back and forth. And having another reconfiguration module would probably be helpful too. But I can't wire it. If I build it, I can't wire it because I don't have the money to wire it. So it is what it is. You know what the worst part about just sitting around waiting for these contracts to finish is? Finally, we have some money. The worst part is like knowing that there's something wrong and not being able to fix it because you have just no money to fix it. Well, now I do. So 247,000 in the account. That is going to be awesome. So the thing I need to fix is micro circuits. We're full actually in there. And we actually have a lot of them. So I'm going to make a quick change here. And I'm going to send this belt over so that it can put it into this storage. And this is something we'll end up rebuilding later. It's going the wrong direction. Going to end up rebuilding this later. But yeah, so we're going like that. And now our rare earths can go this way into the storage constantly. And that's going to be great, I think, because we have 500 something in this. So that's no good either. So we're just going to go ahead and break that storage down. That's going to be neat. We'll let that happen. And then they'll bring them all into the storage right here too. It's another 95K. We're up to 315 now. So these need storage as well for the microcircuits. And we were looking at this earlier, right? So take a look at microcircuit factories. Okay, so they're going to be here. I'm out of CPU, so I can't actually do anything that takes CPU right now. But if I'm just kind of measuring out where this is, we know that the wall is going to be right along where this is, right here. Right? The wall stops here. And we're going to be making the microprocessors with the assemblers, and I'm going to put the assemblers indoors, I think. So, in other words, the microcircuit storage can actually be over here, and it will end up just kind of getting input into the building later. So, really just knowing exactly where that is going to be helpful, I think. So let's just kind of do a rough thing here. We're going to say the wall is here, just to kind of give me that visual reference. And then we're going to put the microcircuits factory here. Okay, so we know where that is. And then we know that that can be another one. And then we know that that can be another one. So if I was to keep... I gotta move my camera, hang on. So this... Is that consistent? No, it's gotta be here, flipped. Okay. So this is where the input is for that. So that means we go here. Oh, hang on. Here, and then there, and then there, if we're going to do it. So we have 3 rows spare on this side, and it has to go all the way around. Ugh. I wonder, can storages go indoors? Okay, they can. That's interesting. I might put the storage indoors. I don't really want to, though. I'd like it to be somewhere else. Maybe the microcircuits can go this direction when they're done. Ah, now that would be an idea, wouldn't it? Now, if we did that, then once again, they would be like this, there. Well, I'm just gonna make sure we're in the right spot here. So from there, this is harder to do when you don't have any. Yeah, there, no CPU, and there, let's say. So in line with this port is about where I would want it, I guess. So we're gonna say that we line it up with this port right here, and we come all the way against where the wall would be. It's gonna be about here. I want to leave a space just to have the other thing in there, and I guess I don't want to interfere with any smelters either, which I don't think we would be here. I mean, I guess it does come all the way out this way, right? The smelters, but I don't think it goes this far. I can mitigate that risk by just kind of tilting it like this. So maybe that's okay. So right against this wall, it would be about here. Leave a space, and we'd be looking at it about here then. So the microcircuits could go this way. If that's the case, then it would also need to not line up with this part here. So it's going to have to stop in line with this belt, right? Yeah, it had to be in line with the belt. So if I bring it out like this and put it up with the belt, I think theoretically that's out of the way. We can always adjust it later, but I want to have a place to put microcircuits right now. And I think that is technically out of the way for future plans. It seems interesting to just do this. Like for me, I usually just build things organically is what I usually do. I think a little bit ahead, but I just more like, I can fix it later if it's something wrong. But this time I'm really trying to visualize what my factory looks like in the end result and plan for it without breaking down belts. And I don't know if I'm doing that right, but we're gonna give it a shot. So electronics is going here. All right, and that means all of them can now come out of here, and then we can start processing here. Now for the silicon, I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna leave like 80 silicon in here. So, because I want to have some, for expanding my power and all that stuff, I need to have that in there. So we're gonna do that. I think we're finally to the point where we can definitely support more smart concrete as well. So I'd love to get more CPU to do that too. And with the money I have, I can definitely process. Ooh, we're not making any more? Why? Oh, everything's stopped here. Okay, hang on. Fraction of hope. During the inspection, the bodies of 2 deceased module workers were found. They did not survive the crash. The module itself is of great interest for research, Not only does it contain valuable equipment, but its structure and materials provide strong enough, or sorry, have proved strong enough to withstand re-entry from orbit. Studying the wreckage with drones will advance our research. 60 for engineering and for fundamental for 20 days. All right. As far as research goes, assembler's working. Solar panel upgrades got some good progress on it. And I think the sociology lab should be boosted, but I can't build with it yet. I need room to build it. So that's why I'm kind of trying to finalize where this stuff is so that I can get this wall in and start really banging out this factory is what I'm trying to do here. Let's just go ahead and dismantle this wall again because I don't need them to build it just now. And then when we have enough concrete, I don't have enough in storage. Like it's gone because of the contract that I just did to send all of it out. Yeah, but I don't need contracts at the moment though. We're good. I don't need to fulfill any contracts at the moment, at least not for building resources. So we're going to hoard concrete and steel so that they can build this building really fast and they don't have to wait around for it. And we're going to need to clear all the regolith out of here still though. So that's a thing. And I think to help with that a little faster, I'm going to take this pressing module and move it. So just as like, again, it's kind of a temporary thing, of course, but I keep saying that, but it really is. We're going to let's take this storage away, pull the belt off of this. Let's destroy this. And it doesn't actually look like I'll be able to rebuild it because the CPU power is already too high. How does it keep giving me more power than I have capacity for? It keeps letting me build it. It's kind of weird, right?
You can't build here.
We're going to do that. Microprocessors, I have 8 of them, so we should be able to build those units. And then I'm going to take the pressing unit and I'm going to move it over here just so we can get all this stuff processed really quickly. And then at that point, I'll have to tear it down again. I mean, I guess if there is a permanent place for it, right here wouldn't be the worst place. And then I could just have that concrete feed into this instead of having its own storage. It wouldn't be the worst place. I don't think there's anything else I'm doing here right now. I want to see if we could... Yeah, we have to get these things running. So I think they were hung up for a little bit. I'm trying to figure out why. It's not slag. I mean, they're all full. They're all full of regolith because they weren't running. I think it was power. That can't be power. I've been good on power. Although now I am gonna be bad on power. Yeah. My power capacity. I am gonna go dark here. And I just got the CPU to do this too. So darn it. All right. So we're gonna need more solar panels. Unfortunately, I have to spend the CPU on that right now. And that is all I can do. Wow. Did I just build all the units or do I have more to build? I did. I built all the units already. That's crazy. Okay. I need at least... Let's go 3 more. I have the processors for that, right? Yeah. Let's go 3 more. And it's power right now. Right now, it's definitely a power restriction. We need these batteries replaced as well. I could get back some, but not all. I have to build those CPU, but yeah, we'll pull these. And that's going to be 4 CPU gone. Let's pull these. That's going to be 8 CPU freed up. And then we can replace those with these. This should have been freed up. Why is it not freeing them up? Whoa. The sound is doing weird things too. It didn't free up any CPU to do that. What? Why didn't that free up anything? I was at 355 before I started breaking them down. What happened? Were they already disconnected? No, they've been connected. Well, now maybe not. Maybe they actually weren't connected to the network. That would explain. Did I do it again? That would explain why I have power problems. Let's go and disconnect these as well. And let's see what happens when these go away. Maybe my CPU power will go down when these are deleted. Because it might have been that. Let's see what happens here. Is this going to go down now? No, it didn't. I don't understand. I got rid of all those batteries and it didn't drop this at all. That's weird. I don't know how to think about that. Let's get these to be top priority, I guess. I just can't build anything. Come on now. Build them up. Should be 365, then 370 when this is done. So a little bit there. Now I'm, you know, yeah, this. Now this is happening. Now this is all connected to the right network. This is still fine. I do need to do this though. Okay. And then the batteries are now exclusively doing big batteries. But, I mean, that's still occupying all my CPU. I just have to have more. I need a proper data center to keep the lights on. Damn. I underestimated power consumption here. All right, I underestimated CPU. So we're going to have to start investing this money in making existing modules better instead of building more modules, right? Like this right here, maybe I could get rid of this and just make these better. No, we should be processing a lot of, we have a lot of aluminum now. We just need the power on again, which there shouldn't be a power issue here. No, I think there was only a power issue just because the batteries were dead and solar panels hadn't fully powered the base yet. So yeah. All right, we're gonna flip the switch on one of these. Let's do two of them to make those a little bit better. These I've already flipped the switch on. I may move the smelting furnaces, so I don't want to do that just yet. I don't have enough titanium to bother with that right now. I don't have enough titanium to bother upgrading that right now either. The smart concrete upgrades is coming along, right? That's on the... It's down here. Okay. I mean, I'm going to need another module, but... I don't need it, but... That's tough. So, I mean, I can do the pressing module now. It's just... It's pretty tough. Or I'm going to put the pressing module in here so that they have a place to put this regolith. And I'm going to slap it as close to over here as possible, I guess. It's going to be right here for now. And that's going to allow me to at least get any regolith that's on the ground processed. Okay. So, I mean, I got to have another... I want the engineering science, definitely. And I've been looking at doing that now. And I think I have the materials to do that now. So I'm going to place that there. That's going to give me engineering science. I should add the microcircuits. Everything that I need to build that is already in the base. We're fine. And then for microcircuits, we're already up to 52. So if I go back to my contracts now. Ooh, look at this. I like this. Accept that. Absolutely. And then let's just load up this cargo pod too. Yeah, Courier X. Load that. That was more than half. Good. And then we'll just load the rest of it there. Ooh, really? Really? We filled that up? No shit. Oh. That's curious. Okay. I need two of those big ones, I guess. We will go ahead and do that. So 3 to send all that fuel. Definitely want the... Definitely need that. The one that makes me fly. I need the flight control center, I believe is what it's called. Yeah. But see, they can deliver this right from here. It's not a very far trip. We're delivering the fuel directly topside. That's pretty good. And again, a maxed out CPU. So I need to do something about that. I think it's time to just start building it. I think it's time to start building this building and getting this out there so that I can get my data center started a bit more properly here. And that means making my own microprocessors too. So we're going to make this building all the way here. You see how tight that is? Oh, did I not leave any space there? I was supposed to leave space there. Damn, I miscalculated that. How did I mess that up? I was supposed to leave space for that storage. I'm going to have to move that storage now. But this is going here. I believe that's the building. And then we can also build on this side too. Like my data center will probably be here so that the factory is all the way over here. So basically all of these CPU data centers are moving into another building and moving into another room. So I would have this room be, I think, here, just to have all of those in one place. This is probably big enough. I can get away with that. Yeah. So it's huge, right? There's a lot going on there. And then I would put the door to this place, I think, right here. Ideally, we'd have a door to access it from the outside instead. Maybe they'll keep the lights on if I don't do the door on this side. Where would I even put the door here? And not here, because this is where the materials are going in. So maybe right next to that. I might want something else to go in next to that, though. Okay, fine. Then we'll do it here. This will be where it is. And then as far as the door goes on this side, I don't know where my factory is set up here, but we'll say that there's some kind of walkway maybe here. And I'll say the data center is all the way against the wall. There. That'll be where that is. That's where the door is. Okay, I need 3,485 steel, 3,485 concrete, and lots and lots and lots and lots of time to build that big room. This is a giant room where I'm going to have assemblers. I'm going to have my carbon fiber production. All of my growing is going to be in here. We're going to get the ice from over here routed in so that we can melt some of that. The data center I may even have, sounds a little bit weird, but we may have a big water tank where the data center is, just to keep it out of the factory. We'll see. I did want a big water tank over here, though. The oxygen I'm not as concerned about. That's kind of all about how many people you have. So, like, I could add more if I get more people, if that's fine. I can always do that over here on this side, too. So probably just another oxygen thing and then another small tank. Maybe a big tank. We'll see. No big deal. But the big water tank is supposed to be right here, as the idea before. But we'll go ahead and secure that as the big room that we're going to make. And then, yeah, I did this wrong because this is supposed to have a space so that I can have everything go inside really seamlessly from here. So I'm going to have to rebuild this and move it over. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to tear this down and I'm going to build this again because I want to do it right. And just to check and see, we have smelting furnace like this. So there's tons of room over here anyway. So I definitely can afford to move that over.
Package delivered.
All right, so the storage is going to be, I have it in line with this, right? Yeah, it was in line with that. So I'm going to move it here, and then I think this was the spot. Let's just leave an extra space because we can. Why not? I think we can afford that. As far as the design goes, I think we have room for that. So we'll put that back in there. And then again, UR microcircuits. Okay. Once again, we're full. Data centers. Always full. Just cannot seem to have enough CPU. But what I can have is money. And finally, we're good on money. Huge building going in over here. Lots and lots of time to build it. We have, of course, more extraction we can do there. There's more extraction on this side, which is going to get routed around right next to this wall and tap into these belts that are here. And I need to also get access to the water ice that's right here. All of this, these two deposits are going into here too to melt. So lots more to come. Yeah, basically, that's it. Lots more to come. And I guess while I'm at it, I might as well take this belt and upgrade it because we'll need it to eventually anyway. So that is now Mark III. And everything can move faster from this point on too. So we shouldn't have any bottlenecks on the belts. It's just about the bottleneck now would be in processing. Before we end the video, I know I'm back and forth on this, man. Before we end the video, let's at least take a look at the server hub. We're close to it. The rover's close to it. Let's just see what it is and get that taken care of. And then we can wrap up from there. So this is a data processing and storage center. As Lunar Industry Infrastructure Research Center is expanded, the particular center has fallen into despair. So it's just stuff we can pick up. Duralumin plates, lots of rare earth minerals and stuff. That's cool. So lots of stuff we can pick up there. I like it. I don't know if any events are going to happen, but I think one other thing I should do before we sign off for the day is in CRUST Solutions vehicles, I think I want another cargo truck. And I think I want another Rover Scout too, honestly. But we'll start with a cargo truck for now. because I'm going to want to move some things around. If they're not letting me have another vehicle, yeah, it's like it's grayed out. So, oh, it's because I don't have the money. I'm down to 89,000. Yeah, I put 190,000 into that truck, but that truck is worth it. Definitely going to need to run multiple missions at once, right? I want to be able to do that, and this truck will enable it. So there we go. Another truck for us. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.